Now I'm going to be doing the Tunisian Reverse Stitch. The Tunisian Reverse Stitch works really well for the curling. I like to use about 5 rows at the beginning, 5 rows at the end, and maybe 5 stitches along the side, with my main body of my project being whatever stitch I like. But it works really well for reverse, and it did take me a while to get the hang of this stitch and start picking up speed. So don't worry if you think that you're not going quickly enough, because it does take some practice. What you're doing with a reverse stitch is you are using the vertical bar. However, you're using the vertical bar in the back, and your hook stays behind your work. That's what makes it so difficult, because you can't really see what you're doing. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to skip the first vertical bar, and I'm just going to push that through and grasp that back bar. That's a side-to-side motion, hook in the back, yarn over, and pull a loop through. Now watch. Just slip your hook in there and just go under the back vertical bar. It's exactly the same as the front vertical bar. It's just the reverse of it. It's in the back. Pull up a loop. Insert your hook. See, here it is. Pull it through, or push it through, and yarn over and pull a loop through. Insert your hook, yarn over, and pull a loop through. Alright, now keep doing that. Side to side motion in the back until you have 10 loops on your hook. Now you see what has happened here is the top closing chain, when you close each row, this top closing chain falls over to the front. You're literally pushing it to the front of your work, and that's what helps with the curling, is that you're pushing some rows forward. Since you work Tunisian crochet usually from the front, it causes some curling. But if you will alternate stitches in the back as well, then that curling will be helped. It doesn't mean that it always completely goes away. Now, depending on your pattern and the look that you're after, make the last stitch here under 2 bars, yarn over, and pull a loop through. Now you could, because that stitch is a little bit different, if you're doing an entire pattern of this, I will show you what you could do with a reverse stitch if you wanted. Now here's the back bar, and then if you go under the other one, you're still making it stable by going under 2, yarn over, and pull a loop through. Now see, you have it all the way across looking the same. It doesn't have to, because obviously this first one doesn't look the same either. It's just a matter of what you want your project to look like, or if the pattern indicates. Sometimes the pattern will indicate something different than you're used to doing, and there may be a reason for that. It's just what you want to do or what the pattern indicates. Now chain 1. We've closed the first stitch. Now we're going to close the rest of them by yarning over and pulling through 2. Pull through 2, and again, pull through 2, pull through 2. Now you're going to see right away what has happened here, that the closing chain has fallen to the front of your work and makes a ridge there. Pull through 2 until you have 1 loop on your hook. Now see, here it is. I have a ridge here, and that is the closing chain. That's the yarn over and pull through 2. See, it's a chain. It's just a chain there. It's a closing chain, and what has happened is that it has fallen over to the front. Here's the back bars here. This chain has literally fallen over to the front, and it makes a nice ridge, especially suited for the curling.